But how do we control the layout from within a container? To show how we do this, let's recreate a 3-column layout from our homepage on our About page here. To remind ourselves how that looked like, let's click on this arrow and then View Page. Let's go home and scroll down. And this 3-column layout is what we want to recreate. Back on our About page, under this 1-column container and above this 2-column layout, let's click the plus, then the plus again. And we have the choice between Flexbox and Grid. The grid layouts are more complex. They allow for 2-dimensional layouts, best used for product listings, galleries, and intricate designs. But we'll choose Flexbox here. Flexboxes are best for simple row or column layouts, and they look best on different screen sizes. Let's choose the first simple structure, and that will create our first container. Under the Layout tab of this container, let's make sure that full width is selected under Content Width. Then let's add another container to go inside of this original container by clicking Add Element and dragging the container inside. This will be the first of 3, so we need to resize it to fit, making sure that the content width is set to full width. Let's change the width value to 33.33. Now that we have our first, we can duplicate this to save time. So let's right-click, duplicate up here. Or we can use Command-D on a Mac or Control-D on Windows to do the same thing. And as you can see, our containers have been arranged in a vertical fashion. To change this into the column layout that we want, let's click the handle of the main container and then change the direction over here to row horizontal. If we justify the content in the center, we can make sure that they're centered. With our 3 columns now set up, we can continue to add some content. I'll click Add Element up top, and I'm going to drag an image into this first column. Then I'll add in a heading underneath the picture, and then I'll add the text editor underneath that. Normally, you would want to add different content in these 3 elements than what we already have elsewhere on our site, but because we're trying to replicate our homepage, I'll add the content that matches. And now this matches the content from our homepage. If we scroll down, we can see that this heading style isn't the exact same as this heading style. One thing that we could do is open the settings for this heading. We could come to Style, Typography, and we could transform this heading to be uppercase. Or if we click on this heading and then right-click, copy, we can come to our new heading, right-click, paste style. Next, if we wanted to fill out this same structure of the container in these 2 other columns, it will be faster to duplicate what we already have here than to drag and drop the elements into these empty containers from scratch. So let's right-click and delete these 2 empty containers on the right. Then, if we select our first container, we can right-click and duplicate, and Command-D to do it once more. After duplicating the containers to create consistency across the containers, filling in our content then is much faster. One more thing we could do here is add some padding within our container to give ourselves room at the top. Let's click the container handle, and then on the Advanced tab, unlink the padding values, and let's try 50 pixels here at the top.